Imagine placing a tiny, harmless sticker on a cat's forehead. Instead of immediately rubbing the exact spot, the cat almost always licks its forepaw first, then wipes its face. If the object remains, it repeats the same sequence. Why doesn't the cat simply rub the object away? Why lick the paw every time? Ethology answers this by examining how innate behaviors are organized and have evolved. Cat grooming was traditionally described as a fixed action pattern, an innate species-typical sequence triggered by a specific stimulus with little need for learning. Classical examples include a goose retrieving an egg that has rolled from its nest or a spider wrapping captured prey. Under this view, a persistent tactile stimulus on the face activates the cat's facial grooming response. Today, researchers use the term fixed action pattern more cautiously because grooming is more flexible than the classic definition implies. Cats can pause, change the sequence, or interrupt grooming in response to sensory feedback or changes in their environment. For this reason, facial grooming is now better described as an innate, stereotyped motor sequence generated by neural circuits and continuously shaped by sensory feedback, internal state, and environmental context. So why lick the paw first? When something irritates the face, the cat does not generate a new movement for each situation. Instead, it recruits its characteristic grooming sequence. Lick the forepaw, moisten it with saliva, wipe the face, reassess. The forepaw serves as a grooming tool for regions the tongue cannot easily reach, while saliva is sought to improve the removal of loose hairs, dirt, debris, and small foreign particles. So then why does the cat keep licking its paw if the object remains after one wipe? The tactile stimulus persists and the grooming sequence is recruited again. Because each cycle has a characteristic starting point, it begins with another forepaw lick before the next face wipe. The repeated paw licking is therefore not a separate strategy or evidence that the cat has forgotten its goal. It is simply the first step of each newly initiated grooming sequence. Because grooming is continuously guided by sensory feedback, the behavior usually ends once the irritation is removed, but it can also be modified or interrupted if more important stimuli demand the cat's attention. A persistent tactile stimulus repeatedly recruits the cat's initial facial grooming sequence. Rather than rubbing the object away immediately, the cat follows its species' typical pattern: lick the forepaw, wipe the face, reassess. If the stimulus persists, the sequence is initiated again. Although classical ethology described this behavior as a fixed action pattern, modern neuroscience and ethology view it more accurately as a flexible stereotyped motor sequence generated by innate neural circuits and continuously regulated by sensory feedback.